Alright, everybody, welcome back to this Nirvana album review series. And we've reached our final studio album for the band. Of course, we'll be looking at Unplugged, the MTV Unplugged live performance, and we'll review that. But as far as studio albums go, this one is it here. And we're looking at In Utero, 1993. Very, very big album for the band. Probably not as big as Nevermind as far as sales and popularity go, but I mean, this is, as far as the studio albums go, this one and Nevermind are the big popular ones for the guys. So, and we've got the same lineup here. Of course, on tour for this album, they would gain another guitar player. Pat Smear would join the band. So, but that would be, you know, after the recording and everything of the album, they would gain him as a band member. Very, very solid production on here. This album overall, I'd say, is a very, very mature sounding record, and quite frankly, it has some of their heaviest stuff on here that kind of, you know, draws a lot from that heaviness from like Bleach, and a lot of like the heavier tracks off it, because that was a very heavy record. But what's cool is that it has like draws a lot of that heaviness from that album, but with, you know, a better sounding production, which, you know, Bleach production is really not all that bad when you go back and listen to it. But I mean, it's really cool hearing how heavy these guys were getting here. But anyways, we will start it off here. Of course, you start off with the perfect opener for this, Serve the Servants. Very crazy, kind of distorted sound of guitar going on here. And, you know, it's just that classic, iconic, kind of raspy Kurt Cobain vocal growl, or, you know, however you want to say, you know, that's kind of snarl he's got with it, but and kind of raspiness, but and then, you know, you got the chorus that's kind of that's got that really hooky and really kind of, you know, mellowed out kind of vocal that Kurt does also very well. You know, when he's singing "Serve the Servants," just what with, you know, back behind that, with behind it would be in like the heavier guitars and stuff going on. So "Serve the Servants" is one of my absolute favorites off here, and I think it was the perfect opener and really sets the tone right off the bat for this album, you know, because this album's got its really big heavy moments, and it's got more of some of its mellow kind of mellowed out moments on it as well. Then we go with track number 2. Speaking of heaviness here, this is got to be one of their heaviest songs, period. And "Scentless Apprentice," another one that I freaking love. And it's just chaos, man. The riff is just like, it's a headbanging kind of riff. Real metal riff for sure. Like, I mean, this is like, it's a heavy, just kind of thick, chunky riff, man, that they got going on in this one. During those verses where, you know, Kurt's also slurring kind of his vocals and stuff, and then there's just like that crazy kind of chaotic, you know, screechy, but in a good way, chorus that it just makes for a really kick-ass heavy song. This is one that definitely feels like you could, you know, pull it off Bleach, and, you know, update the production, and bam, it would be. It sounds like something ripped right off of there. And it's just, again, one of my favorites off here. This one, and it, you know, a long time ago, it didn't really used to be, but as the years have gone by, like, this one has definitely grown on me. Track number 3, this is probably the biggest track off here. Heart-Shaped Box, and it's one of the best ones off here, one of their best in their whole discography. So well written, real kind of moody. You know, I love the lyrics in this one are really unique and cool. You know, "Throw down your umbilical noose so I can climb right back." I mean, just really kind of dark and kind of morbid sounding lyrics. And you know, the chorus is great and hooky, and just absolute, just all-time great Nirvana song and grunge song, period. That it really just shows you how brilliant the songwriting of Kurt Cobain was, as far as, you know, lyric writing and just the hooks on this thing. And it's just got that really dark and moody feel to it, especially throughout the verses and such. And it's just, again, one of the best Nirvana songs, I think, of all time. Then we go with "Rape Me," And I think Rape Me is another one that is freaking fantastic off here. Real simple. Got a real simple riff, and almost kind of gives you the riff kind of gives you the vibe of like a Smells Like Teen Spirit kind of riff. Real, I mean, I think it's even using probably not the exact. I mean, obviously not the exact order of the chords, but it's using a lot of the same chords going on as that song. But it also kind of gets it, has that just kind of more mellow tone or mellotone, but that more kind of mellowed out feel to it. But but then picks up in the at the end of it where he's just screaming "Rape Me," really crazy, really awesome song that has always been one of my favorites off of here and from the band as well. This next one, track number 5, is like a hidden gem here. Frances Farmer Will Have Her Revenge on Seattle. Kind of a mouthful of a song title, but this one is freaking, man, love this one. This one's always been like a big gem and one of my favorites off here, if not my favorite off here. I love just kind of the, where it's kind of quiet during the verses and everything, and more lyrical brilliancy from Cobain going on, and then you get this just sick chorus, and I love how hooky that chorus is, and it just kind of is another one that's got this kind of dark droniness to it during the chorus especially. And Frances Farmer, this is again one of my favorites off here, one of my favorites of the band period. Very underrated gem that really doesn't get too much love, which it's understandable in a way because it's such like a heavy loaded album with just huge moments and hits. But like this one wasn't really one of the big hits or anything. But man, I've always just really dug this song. Then we go with Dumb, kind of a softer one here. Really love this one. Really love how they included the cello in here. Really just soft kind of track, and I love especially like the kind of breakdown where the cello really starts going before that final verse, and and that kind of melody, that shift of melody that Kurt's singing there right before that final verse. Really cool and just awesome song. Then we go with Very Ape, which is another kind of heavier, faster paced one. Probably my least favorite off here. Not a bad song by any means, but it definitely, it's outshined by a lot of just the stuff we got on here, man. It's one of those cases where it's like you really gotta kind of think about what your least favorite is off here because all of them are so damn good. But I'd have to say Very Ape is probably my least favorite, if not my second least favorite or so off here. Then we go with Milk It. And this one, whoops, I'm not sure if I called Very Ape. As you can see, it's kind of weird the way the track listing goes. It like wraps around. So Very Ape was track number 7. I'm not sure if I said that or not. I may have called it 8 or 6. I don't know. But track number 8 is Milk It. And this one is one that I kind of forgot about, but has definitely sparked that ooh, this is one that almost feels like it's new because you forget about how some of them went after not listening to the album for so many years, and sometimes it happens where a song will it almost be like it's new to you again because you've not heard it in so long, and then this one definitely was one I'm like, damn, I forgot how freaking good that one is. So Milk It has become another gem for me off here that has climbed its way up as up. It almost reminds me of the way that it kind of feels almost like something off of Tool's Undertow. Kind of gives me some kind of, especially during the verses, kind of gives me that kind of vibe with it. Then we go with number 9 here, Pennyroyal Tea. Another freaking fantastic one of their best ever, man. Really weird lyrics and stuff, but they're cool and unique. Chorus real simple, but it that's kind of like the case with Rape Me, where they're both very simple choruses, but they're so they're done in like such a hooky way, that it works. And to me, it's almost like the verses in both "Rape Me" and "Penny Royalty" kind of are the better parts of the songs for me, at least. But like the choruses are awesome. Don't get me wrong, they do just fine. But the verses, to me, like in those two particular songs, kind of carry the songs for me. Then we go with Radio Friendly Unit Shifter. And this one is another solid one that I definitely kind of slept on before as well and forgot about. But doesn't quite, didn't quite, catch my ear, as much as like Milk It did, which is the other one, I've kind of forgot about. But it is definitely a cool one. I like the riff on this one. Another heavier one we got going on here. Then number 11, Tourette's, which is a real quick one, kind of chaotic again, really cool riff. This, I'd say, probably Very Ape and Tourette's. Those are the two that are probably my least favorite off here. And maybe Radio Friendly Unit Shifter, even though, again, all three of those songs, don't get me wrong, they're awesome. They really are. It's just kind of like, you gotta, if you gotta pick something that would maybe be the least favorite, it would have to be one of those for me. As those ones, I don't know, they definitely help the flow of the album and everything as well, like being some of those heavier ones scattered throughout. They just don't have as, much weight for me, or carry as much weight like as a lot of these other just big heavy hitters do. And speaking of heavy hitters, the final track on their final studio album, All Apologies, and beautiful song. Another really, really cool and dark one that uses that cello again, and it's real soft. Love this one. The perfect way to close this out. And I think that this one, it's really just got some really cool like vocal melodies in it too, where I'm not sure if it's Dave Grohl doing it or if they've layered Kurt's voice, like, but especially like near the end of the song, where they're singing all along it's all been done, or all along it's all been gone, whatever they're saying there. The melody, or not the melody, but the harmonization of Kurt, and again maybe his layered vocal, or Dave, whatever they're doing there, is just very good and very, very catchy to the ear. But yeah, and also really good lyrics again. I think this is like the strongest album lyrically for sure. Just very, very unique. And, look at Penny Royalty, with I'm on warm milk and laxatives, cherry flavored antacids. It's just crazy lyrics, but they click, and they're like, you're like, huh, weird. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's a damn good lyric though. Which is just kind of the brilliance of a lot of stuff off of here. And just a fantastic record, guys. I think it's a very mature record, even compared to like, Nevermind. I think this one is more of a blend of stuff from maybe some of the softer stuff from Nevermind, and then the heavier stuff. They really pulled a lot of that sound from Bleach with that just chaos, which makes it just so damn good, having a good blend of everything like that, with stuff like Scentless Apprentice, Serve the Servants, Francis Farmer, all this, Milk It, and then again you've got just the perfect, just one of the best songs I've ever wrote, very well composed, Heart Shaped Box, and Dumb being one of the softer ones, All Apologies, and then just the more simple, straight to the point ones that just are so good, Rape Me and Penny Royalty. Just everything off here flows just perfectly. Very, very great piece right here. That it's, woo, goodness, had Butterfingers there for a second. Oh my gosh, that scared me. But caught it though. But and then thankfully it ain't a record, right? I mean, because worst case scenario, it causes a little crack on that. You just pop that thing off and replace it. But anyways, sorry guys. But yeah, just such a great album that I think often gets overshadowed by Nevermind because of, Nevermind's massive hits. But very, very awesome record. And super pumped to talk about next time that MTV Unplugged where they play stuff from even Bleach. They play the one song from Bleach, right? Do some covers, play stuff from Nevermind, from here. Don't play anything from Incesticide, unless you count, Polly. That version is on Incesticide, but I mean they're not playing the new Polly New Wave or whatever on the Unplugged. But that'll be a really cool one to watch. I've got the DVD and the CD, so definitely probably gonna watch it before the review and everything. So we got that coming up, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. Is this one? Do you guys think Nevermind is better than this one? I mean, because I've seen, like I said before, these are like the two big ones where I've seen some people kind of battle back and forth on, but it seems like the general consensus is that Nevermind is like their best album. And, I might think that too. I don't, I'm not going to spoil anything yet, right? We'll have to see because after, again, the Unplugged one will not be ranked, but it's totally worth talking about and reviewing. So we'll do that, and then we'll do the big, or really small Nirvana ranking. So stay tuned for that so we can see kind of where these things rank. But yeah, guys, let's talk about In Utero down there. Maybe some cool moments you've had with this album, where you were when it came out and first heard it. And just, if where this kind of stacks up in quality, as far as quality goes for you guys. So yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let's talk some more about some of this stuff down there. Been really cool hearing your guys' thoughts on Nirvana stuff. So let's keep that going and stay tuned next time for Nirvana's MTV Unplugged. Thanks.